Hey Turbos! Well, the day has finally come, and you're ready to automate resize actions for a group of virtual machines. After taking the actions manually and validating that the actions are safe and good, you are ready to let the virtual machines adjust their resources automatically on their own. My name is David Fiore. I'm a senior education architect here at Turbonomic, and today we're going to learn how to automate resize actions on a group of VMs. The general procedure is to create a virtual machine automation policy. You'll scope that policy to the group of VMs that you want to enable automation on, and then set the appropriate action settings. Then you'll save the policy. Now, where can you automate resizing? Here are some typical candidates. You might have virtual machines in your environment that support hot add. These are VMs where you can add CPU or memory without rebooting the VM. And this is generally a safe group of VMs to automate resize up on. You might also have virtual machines that only run stateless applications. So these kinds of VMs can be stopped and started without impacting application service. These kinds of VMs might be able to size up and down automatically. But most likely your first candidate for resize automation will be to automate resize up on VMs that can support hot add. And so for this how-to video, that's just what we'll do. So let's automate vCPU resize up for VMs that can support hot add for vCPU. Now here I've logged into my Turbonomic instance. I'm running 6.2.8 in this case. And we're going to go to our settings, policies, and here's where we'll find all the policies that have been defined on our system. And we're going to create a new automation policy. This will be a policy that affects virtual machines. That is, we're going to be setting virtual machine settings, so it's a virtual machine automation policy. And I'll first give it a name. Resize up vCPU for VMs that support hot add. No, that's just a name. That name will appear wherever this policy is referenced. Now I'm going to scope the policy. Now, when I click on the button to select my group of VMs, I see every VM group that's on the system, and that's a lot of groups. Remember, there's a gazillion groups that we automatically create for you, plus there's custom groups that people may have created. There are some groups that are automatically created for the virtual machines that support hot add. So I just type hot here in the search window. I'll see only the groups that have hot in the name. And in this policy, I'm going to be automating resize up for vCPU, so I want to select a group of VMs that support hot add by CPU. And then click select. Okay, so now my policy is scoped. And I'm going to add my action automation. So I click here, add action. I'm going to choose the action vCPU resize up and set the action mode to automate it. And that's pretty much all there is to it. From now on, any virtual machines that want to resize up, if it's a VM that supports hot add for vCPU, that action will be automated. Now I'll see now if I click here on automation policies, I'll see my policy. If I want to edit it again later, I can click on it and make whatever changes I like. Maybe I need to add some VMs into the scope, for instance. And if I wanted to, I could select it and then delete it if I don't want that policy anymore. Now, there are other use cases for automation. At some point, you might want to automate resize up for VMs that support hot add on memory. And that's going to be the exact same use case as we just went through, except, of course, the resource will be memory, and it'll be the group of virtual machines that support hot add by memory. At some point, you might also want to automate disruptive resizes. These are resizes that entail a reboot. And, of course, that can probably only be done during a maintenance window. And we cover that in a separate video. Another resize use case is to set guardrails on your resizing. You might want to allow automatic resize up or down, but only up to certain limits. And again, that's covered in a separate video on resizing using guardrails.
If you'd like to know more information, see our training and certification page on our education forum in the green circle. We also have how-to videos that we're constantly adding to for your convenience as well. If you need to reference our Turbonomic documentation, our website is available there for you. Thank you so much for watching. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to email us at certification@turbonomic.com.